Hello, hello. Welcome to week 5 of building the Holistic Health Hub. This week, we have two major things that I want to share. We are now moving from the design phase, which is what we've been sharing with you for the last several weeks, into moving into clean code. So, we're going to start today by me sharing with you what it means to go from design to clean code and what it means to be talking about human-led AI. Because there's a lot of talk right now about using AI for building businesses, copy, programming code, and what we want to do at the Human Array is use AI to accelerate and assist, but not give it all the power and have it do all the thinking. So, what I wanted to do first today is walk you through what our thinking is and our process and show you exactly where we are in the development phase. That is where we will start. So, today we're going to talk a little bit about the architecture. And specifically, what we want to talk about is what does human-led AI really mean, especially for the human array? So, back in the days before AI, there was you, your happy programmer person making a website, putting in the code, coming up with the design. Enter our friendly robot friend, Lovable. What Lovable is doing is they are a AI website building tool where they really spin up design very quickly. And almost all of the sites that we have shown you over the last few weeks have all been built and designed with Lovable AI. What I have discovered personally is if you have a designer background, like our designer Jeanette has, she really knows what to say to the AI in order to make it quickly spin up different prototypes. Unfortunately, when you look at the code created by Lovable, you get a lot of junk. Because what AI does when it's building code is like, oh, this is not really working. I can't really solve it. I will just build a solution around it and leave it here. Or it's fine. This works. Oh, you need a new variable? I'll just make a new variable for this. I totally forgot that I already have a variable for this. It is now hanging and forgotten. And there's like half code here and half code over there. And this leads to all sorts of issues and security holes. And so we don't want to just take the code as what it is. But what we are using this phase for in Lovable is for really prototyping the designs and building up quick prototypes to see what we like and what we don't. Now we're moving to the next phase. And this is the phase that we are currently in development at the Human Array, where we have our initial design for the Holistic Health Hub. We've shown you the directory, we've shown you the profile pages, and now I'm working with Claude AI to look at the messy Lovable code, and we are extracting the core components of the design and recreating the design in nice, clean code. So we're going from here. We're using Claude and myself to filter this code to create a nice, clean code base that is running locally on my system. Once it's on my system, we are saving it into GitHub, and we want to run open source so that the code is available for you to see. GitHub it just holds the code, though. Where does all the data go? Well, working with Claude, we have also designed a complete database backend that is very flexible and scalable for what we see as not only today's vision of the Holistic Health Hub, but the total vision of the human array. And we're holding that in a tool called Supabase. And the thing that's important about the way that we're designing our database is that we know exactly where your data is as a catalyst. So all of your data is kept in one place and named after you and everything else. So if you come in and at some point you decide you no longer want to be part of this and you want to remove your data from the database, that's completely possible. This, by also keeping all of our data separate than our code, when we start to move forward and we start thinking about what would it look like if we had our own AI agents, or we even had our own large language model that we train off of only our holistic hub data in order to facilitate holistic healing, well-being concierge, searchability, and other connections. We have the data, we know where it is, we know how it's architectured, and we can use that to build our holistic hub brain. So with this, we now have the two core components we need to build the website. And by taking our clean code base and our database, we can now build the holistic health hub that we trust and understand. Does that make sense? Is it clear? I hope this gives you some sort of insight into what is the steps we're taking on the journey and where we are in the process. And if you watched the demo last week, at the very end, I said, the robots are done. The robots are done. This was my first attempt working with Claude in order to extract the design components from Lovable and pull them into our own locally hosted code base. And what you saw is that the design that came out did not really look like the Lovable version that we had because the robots failed. So over the last week, what I have done is I have actually gone through and I have taken more time, and we've actually pulled each of the individual components out to build the profile page. And as a first prototype, what we've done is we have spun up a Catalyst profile approval page, which shows a single Catalyst profile page with their data, their directory card, and then allows you to edit and adjust the information that's there. And that is what I want to show you for the second part of today's demo. So, welcome. So, now, there's a specific URL for this that will take you to the Holistic Health Hub profile approval page. And each Catalyst has their own profile. You will see there's also a place where you can create a new Catalyst profile, but this is only something that the human array team will be using. But this is what we will use to help upload this information to make it accessible to you. So as I mentioned last week, Amanda will reach out to you with each of your individual links to see your profile page. But here's just a quick example of what you will find. You will see your icon, your images, your banner, your about, social links already functional, your story, your 3 core philosophies, which is something that we derive for you based on everything we know about you. It's part of the service we're providing as the human array. Book your intro call, any certifications and trainings. And here you can see that there's a lot of images missing. Upcoming events, all your offers, free resources, testimonials. And if you keep scrolling all the way down, you will eventually get to your directory card preview. So this is what your card will look like in the rest of the directory. So you can get a feel of the 2 core elements that will be visible for you at the launch of the Holistic Health Hub. And at the very bottom is your review and edit elements, where here now all of the information you saw above is now available for you to edit. So say, for example, you don't like the professional title that is currently there. Well, there's also 3 other versions that we derived from all the information that we pulled from your website, your Mighty Networks profile, all of those places. And if you don't like any of those, you can always add custom text. And you can always go back. So as you can see, what we've done is we've basically parsed all of the information that we have about you that we can find readily available to start building up your profile. In here, you can add all of your images, profile images, logos, more contact information. Within the pillars, there are 3 core pillars, but sometimes there are other ones available. and you can edit these. There's your offerings. You can add your prices. You can update any external links that you would like. You can say which ones are featured, which ones are active. You can only have 2 featured at a time, but you can select that. And as you can see, there's a little button that reminds you. And you can just keep going. So there's your certifications and trainings where you can add your images and uploads and any testimonials that you want. At any time that you make an update, if you click Update Preview, it'll zip you to the top again where you can view the changes. You can jump down to update information if you want with your quick links. And when you're done, you hit Approve and Submit. That will signal to the team that you've done all the update, you like what's there, and we are ready to push this live to the Holistic Health Hub. And just to let you know, once you've approved it, if you're like, oh no, I totally want to change my tagline. I had an amazing idea while I was trimming the roses today. You can totally go back to the page, change your tagline, and click approve again, and it'll just go through and update the information. And that is what we have to share with you today. As we go on, I am busy working with Claude Code to take the Lovable designs, make it into the core components, build up the local code base, and deploy it in the next coming weeks. We are very excited and look forward to your feedback. Thanks.